To use Linux, you can either run it on your own system, or you can connect to a server. You'll do most of the assignments on the server, so you'll need a way to connect to it. That method is an SSH Secure Shell client. The SSH client that I'm using is called PuTTY, which you can find at this URL. Download the putty.exe file. No further installation is needed. It's ready to go. If you're using a Macintosh, you don't need the PuTTY program. All you need to do is open your terminal app, and then from the menu select Shell and New Remote Connection to open the Connections Manager. You may want to use the Windows Appearance option when you start the program to change your font and size. In this video, I made it extra large for visibility. You may also want to change the color scheme, which defaults to gray on black. I've set it to black text on white background. Now let's go live. I've started PuTTY and I'm going to open a session. At some point you received information about the server name, your login name, and your password. I'll put in the host name, citstudents.info, and then I'll save the session as EVC so I don't have to type that in every single time I log in. I'll click Open. Since this is the first time I've connected, I'm asked if I want to cache that information, and I'll say yes. When it says Log In As, type your username. In my case, it's Linux 199. And then your password. You will not see anything as you type your password, not even little dots or asterisks. This is good for security. When you press Enter, you'll be connected. You are now at the command prompt and Linux is waiting for your commands. My favorite command is cal, C-A-L. Type it now and press Enter. And it shows you this month's calendar. Commands can have arguments. Those are not like verbal conflicts. It's an argument in the sense of a function argument in algebra. So type cal followed by your month and year of birth as 4 digits. And now you know which day of the week you were born on. Some arguments are option arguments. Type cal-3 to see 3 months at a time. Try this one, cal-j, for the Julian date, which shows the day number. You can also use 2 dashes for a long option. Try cal-Julian to get the same result as before. Let's clear the screen by typing clear. There's another command for you. And I want to show you that you can have multiple options. So if I say cal-3-m, that gives me 3 months with Monday as the first day of the week. Now how did I know what these options are? I'm psychic. No, just kidding. You can look up the options in the course textbook, or you can use the man command, which stands for manual. So I want the manual for the cal command. You use the arrow keys or the page up and page down keys to read the documentation one line or one page at a time. And then when you're ready to return to the command prompt, just press Q to quit. Let's see what files you have by typing ls to list files. At the moment, you don't have any. So let's create an empty file named example by typing touch example. Notice that Linux didn't give you a message telling you that the file was created. In Linux, no news is good news. If a command doesn't need to give you output when it succeeds silently. Type ls again, and you'll see that the file exists. Now type ls-l, that's a lowercase l, not a digit 1, to see a long listing. Reading from right to left, you have the file name, the date and time of the file, the file size in bytes. An empty file has 0 bytes in it. The group name of the person who created the file, the username of the person who created it. That number 1 is something I don't want to talk about right now. And all the way at the left, that business with the -RW is the permissions, and you'll learn a lot about that in a future exercise. Now let's create another file with some content. First, type this command, echo howdy. The echo command takes whatever you type and sends it right back to your terminal. Now, press the up arrow key to bring back that command so you don't have to retype it, and then add this at the end, greater than greeting. The greater than sign means redirect the output to a file, and the file will be named greeting. Let's type ls-l again, and now we have 2 files, example with 0 bytes and greeting with 7 bytes. 7, wait a minute, HOWDY period is only 6 characters, but there's nothing wrong. The file includes the new line character that the echo produced. Let's clear again here. To see the contents of a file, use the cat command. So I'm going to cat greeting, and there's my howdy again. Now let's remove the example file with the rm command. The file is gone. Remember, no news is good news. The command succeeded silently. Check it out. Let's use the up arrow to bring back my last ls-l. And now I have only greeting remaining. If I try to remove the file again, because there is an error, Linux complains. It tells me there's no such file or directory. You may be uncomfortable with Linux removing files right away. On other operating systems, you are prompted to make sure that you want to delete files. The Linux philosophy is that you know what you're doing. If you give a command, then that's what you want done. However, if you prefer a bit of caution, you can use the interactive option of the rm or remove command and say remove interactively greeting. And you'll get a prompt. You can type Y for yes or N for no, and in this case I'll type N to keep the file around. Let's do an ls, and sure enough the file is still there. This is a brief introduction to how to sign on to Linux and how to use the basic commands. This is stuff you'll be using all semester. When you finish your session, all you have to do is type exit, and you're back in Windows to do whatever you wanted to do.